Jerry going to go ahead and mirror that. And Brown with a copter. Great follow-up.
Yeah, pretty mirror-like starts, but I think the copter is going to be marginally better than anything Gary can do on turn 2.
He plays copters himself, actually.
Okay. Okay, I missed that in his list.
Yep, he's a full-on like creature.
Okay, second Thraben Inspector for Gary. Means we're gonna have some beautiful time attacking.
All right, we got DePaula, so that's gonna be a 4/4 Smuggler's Copter. Yep, coming in for 4, we're gonna go ahead and loot. Brian's hand looks pretty stacked. I think it's a Harness, Lightning, another Copter, and maybe a Declaration Stone. Pitches the second DePaula, makes sense, and hits Jerry for 4. Jerry's got a pretty nice hand, though. It's just whether or not he'll be able to deploy all of his threats. He's just going to pass representing Spell Queller here. I think he also has a Rattle Chains. Rattle Chain's really nice in this deck, making it so all of the spirits have instant, or can be cast at instant speed with Flash. A really nice effect that sometimes people forget about that card. I know I've personally forgotten about that, and all of a sudden they're casting Selfless Spirits, instant speed, and can kind of blow you out in combat. Bryant definitely feels like something's up, but we're still a 4/4 Smuggler's Copter's pretty safe to attack with into 3 mana. Could be Blessed Alliance, but I'm going to go ahead and resolve the loot trigger first. Pitching in extra planes. And yeah, Jerry's actually just going to take the 4. And Bryant follows up with a Needle Spires. Let's see if Jerry has an end of turn play, or maybe just sacks a clue. But I do see a Rattle Chains, so... Okay, it is just a Spell Queller as a body. Bryant has a really nice start here. It's hard for Jerry to have any reasonable blocks. If we can get to the late game, things like Avacyn can really turn it in his favor, but right now, I like Bryant's spot. Yeah, it's just forced to pass. Remember, there is a Rattle Chains in Jerry's hand, but... still doesn't lead to the most profitable blocks, especially if something like a Veteran Motorist comes down this turn.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Josh Rohr, by the way.
Yeah, we got an extra... We got someone filling in here for Josh while he's eating.
This is a pretty mucked up board, it looks like.
Yeah, so Brian's been on the offensive here with Copters, and Gary has finally just stabilized a little bit, where he has an okay double block, but...
Yo.
I think that Brian's still actually going to be fine with this because he has a spirit of his own.
And also with the pollen makes his...
Yeah, his is a 4/4, exactly. So on the table, it would be a 2-for-1.
Yeah, these decks tend not to want a lot of lands, so him discarding a land is just fine.
Oh yeah, it's actually just great. It just gets to filter his draws. And...
Yep.
I'm actually curious if we're just going for a chump here on Gary's side, or if he's going to go for the double block.
I don't think the double block is very good here.
Because we have the Selfless Spirit on Brian's side as well.
Right, so it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. Though at this point, down to 12, he may... Okay, we have Harness Lightning in response, so this is actually going to be solid.
Yep. So we're going to have to sack the Selfless Spirit.
Yep.
Keep it alive.
And that was no, that was with the trigger on the stack. So actually, double block is fine now.
Yeah, now
it forces Bryant to sack.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like an amazing play there.
Maybe you wait till the block happens.
Yeah, or even like wait until next turn. At the end of his turn, get rid of the creature and then swing with the Copter. You know what I mean? I mean, he still wants value from his Copter to draw.
I guess
cards.
the timing was a little off. He was supposed to not wait for the hexproof trigger. He was supposed to wait with Rattle Chains on the stack.
Right. Yeah.
So he just then that would have worked out better for him, I think.
Yeah.
But Brian still seems to be in okay shape here, slightly ahead on board.
Yeah, definitely. So we have 2 clues. Is that right for Gary?
Yep, and one for Brian.
And only 1 for Brian. Okay. What I really like about these aggro decks is they actually have draw power to them.
Yeah, like late game drawing a Thraben Inspector, you're not upset to see it.
Right, exactly. And aggro is very good right now too because of the vehicles.
Oh, absolutely.
Very good against the board wipes and stuff. You'll still have creatures on the board. And like you said, the clues definitely make it better for the control.
Yeah, especially when there's, I mean, in Gary's deck, I don't think there's any synergy, but turning your 1-drop into a 3/2 with a clue is a really huge game. But just like that, Gary's able to really clear the board up with that Reflector Mage, and now has some reasonable attacks with his flyers if you'd like to get in.
Reflector Mage still a very powerful card, even after Collective Company goes
definitely.
out. Like, still very strong.
Yeah, you not being able to cast the card on the next turn is so frustrating sometimes.
Yep. And 2/3 is very relevant, especially against these aggro decks.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, so Gary's decided to go on the offensive now, and, you know, I don't blame him.
I mean, Brian could just take this because he's at 20.
He's
fine.
definitely still just take that.
He's totally fine with just taking that damage. See what he draws.
Once we get to this point in the game, though, it does get a little bit easier for.
Ooh,
okay, that
was a
makes
nice top deck.
Yeah, that makes
That
the
was
attack
nice.
a little bit. Kind of regret that, but
Yeah.
because now we're getting in representing 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and 5 of which has trample, 3 of which is evasive. So I think they're.
Trigger?
Yeah, so we got the scribe, or rather the loot. Yep, just another land. So I mean, Brian's hand's
is
probably
fine.
pretty solid after all these loots. And looks like he's gonna go ahead and try to block that. So we're gonna absorb 4 of the 5.
No,
Oh no,
there's
all 5.
All
Yeah, all
five,
5.
yep.
Yep. So we're
gonna-
gonna take 6.
We're going to trade here. It's fine. Take 6.
Actually, I mean, now I like Brian's spot.
Yeah,
As long
he's-
as Gary can't get to 5th land Avacyn, which his deck does play.
I mean, you just halved him, so...
Yeah. And still has a very reasonable board, with DePaula coming back down the following turn.
Yep. The thing that's really nice about Smuggler's Copter is it's a 3/3, so it's really good against the spirits.
Oh, definitely. And now next turn it might be a 4/4, just as like
Exactly. Yep.
just a big nightmare for them to deal with.
It looked like Gary drew a land. He just played it past the turn. Shuffling, thinking how he wants to do this.
His hand's pretty good. He's got DePaula, Selfless Spirit, and possibly another Thraben Inspector.
Yes, that's what it looks like. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he can win this turn, but he can put Gary in a position where he'll be forced to
He
make some
just plays a
sort of
Selfless Spirit here.
Yeah,
looks
and then
like.
it just makes all of Gary's blocks just.
It's just bad, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and it was a Thraben.
Yep, there we go. I don't think it really matters if you played the Thread Inspector there. I think just maybe what I would have done is just
Loot first.
yeah, loot first, and then leave up the 2 mana maybe to see if you want to crack the other clue to draw
Especially
a card.
because now that he's even using the Spirit to crew it, it would.
Right,
Because
exactly.
I guess if he really wanted to leave a 2-power flyer as a blocker, that would make sense. But now that he didn't even use the summoning signal.
Yeah, he's not really worried about anything here. It's
Exactly.
not like Gary's deck just like comes out of nowhere and does a bunch of damage, right?
Yeah, definitely
So-
not.
Like him having the 2/1/2 is just, I don't know. Really strong. So I think he drew a Prairie Stream, was
Yeah,
that?
it looked like his hand was just a couple
Yeah.
of lands. So we're gonna go double on the 3/2. It's
Okay.
actually a reasonable block.
Yeah, sure. He's gonna make him crack maybe a Selfless Spirit here.
It's a
That's very possible.
yeah. Now, yeah, he put himself in a blocking situation where
Yeah.
he's forced to basically.
I think you
and-
just get.
You definitely do
sack
it,
the
though, I
Selfless
think,
Spirit,
yeah.
yeah.
Because then you get rid of Queller, you get rid of 1 Thraben, and then you
Yup.
keep a pretty nice board. Mm-hmm. And if Brian is able to draw one more land, that turns his Needle
By the
Spires on
player,
too.
you're still
Yep.
looking for one player for the modern winner box. It will fire immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, makes
one
sense.
player for modern winner box.
Selfless Spirit just makes such a one-sided battle. You know?
Oh, definitely. like against decks like this, it's amazing. Then sometimes you find yourself against the black decks that have Liliana and minus toughness-based removal, and you're like, oh, this card's
Right.
miserable. But in these kind of creature attack into each other matchups, it just makes combat such a nightmare. So Gary does have a Reflector Mage, which can buy him a little tempo, but okay, he's leaving up Avacyn.
Okay.
I didn't see it in his hand, but that must be if he's not casting the Reflector Mage.
I mean, Brian definitely has to think about Avacyn, but you just got to play the game.
Yeah, he's going for the Harness Lightning right now to kind of
See if he does have
incentivize Gary
Avacyn.
to
right.
to play
If he
it.
has it, you got to play it now.
Yep.
I mean, it makes total sense.
It's a good play from Bryant, though, not getting hasty and just attacking everything.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so he's going to try to oversell it that maybe, let his guy die.
Well, here comes the copter.
So this will actually be a pretty big swing if Gary does indeed have it. I wonder if he plays Blessed Alliance. That could be another card he's representing.
Yeah.
Or Stasis Snare he has as well. But it definitely smells like an Avacyn, so we'll see.
I mean, Blessed Alliance isn't amazing here.
No, it's not amazing. It just buys him a turn. basically,
Exactly. Yep.
because he just loses a 3 and gains him a couple life. But let's see if he has it. He does indeed
He
have
does.
the Avacyn. Okay, so this is
Jeez,
nice.
Wow.
Yeah, now he just gets
That's a
to...
lot of discipline there for him not playing that.
Definitely. So
over
now
the
we get to
harness board.
eat, take 1, and
It seems really good.
yeah, now he's back on the offensive. And he has a Reflector Mage even to follow up with.
Yep.
So, very nice sequence from Gary to...
Jeez.
Yeah.
Him not playing that when he played Harness for us, that
Yeah,
was
that's a
that
good
was
play.
great. That was great. Got some action here.
Yeah, that guy does too. Actually, there's not... Yeah. Still does. It only gets the +1 toughness.
This is indeed a game we have here.
Oh, definitely.
Brian still has the mana. He could still crack his clue.
Yeah, and he just plays out his last land because he's going to be drawing a clue. But I think now Gary is
It's
clearly
definitely in the
driver's
drive.
seat.
Yeah, he's definitely in the driver's seat for sure.
That they gave Avacyn Vigilance is just so great because now it's like a just total free attack. He might even send with the Rattle Chains here. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think Avacyn's pretty underplayed right now. I would say.
It definitely is. Yeah.
I mean, last meta it's seen a lot more play, but now she's coming back.
All right, so we're just going to play it safe so that the a removal spell plus Needle Spires wouldn't kill Gary, and probably Reflector Mage.
Reflector Mage.
You almost don't want to reflect Thraben, but it's still fine too.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. I mean, he wants to get more blockers, more power on the battlefield, you know?
At this point, it's like that clue probably is not going to make the difference in 2 turns.
Also, too, it soaks up more damage for Cruiser if he had a Fleetwood Cruiser.
Yep. Yeah, Ryan just cracked the clue. He looks like he's starting to flood out a little bit.
He's pretty desperate here.
Yeah, for sure. That Avacyn came
Was
in the
big
clutch.
game.
He is playing 4, so it's not like it was.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the Spirits deck. Nothing super innovative here, but these cards are just still all good in the format.
Yeah, nothing really new came out for the deck. All the cards are just work really well together. A lot of flyers. Flyers are very
his
good.
version might not even have 1 new card in the main deck. Yeah, not 1 new card. He's got a couple of the sideboard fragmentized things like that, but
Wow,
literally could have picked this deck up last standard.
that's crazy. Oh, we see a Westfell Abbey. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Cool
That's a
little
little
tech there.
spicy there.
I don't know if he's able to play the Thraben.
No,
I don't think he's supposed to be able to play that. I think it got reflected last turn.
Yeah, that was really strange. Unless we missed a turn, we could have.
Maybe the turn sequence passed really quick because he is down to 6.
Yeah,
so
I
maybe
think that's
maybe
what
it was just a
happened,
really
yeah.
quick turn.
Yep. I think Gary just drew another land, tacked, and then passed the turn. I
That
think
could
that-
yeah, maybe it was just so quick we missed it. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Played the Westvale past.
Yep.
Right. Yep. But this does look like lethal in the air next turn. Gary with no fear going down to 4 here.
Yep.
And yep, should battle for 6, and
that's
that's
game.
that. Let's take a look at the sideboards
Yeah,
and see what
definitely.
maybe they would like to change.
What do you think is coming in for Gary?
I think that they can play the game long enough that he might try the Fumigate,
Okay.
and you probably want Fragmentize for Copter, but it's a little narrow.
Right. Yep. I could see that.
And then possibly Linvala. I don't know if he wants to play that long game, but if he does, I could see that card being good. Anything else you see? Maybe the Declaration.
Yeah, I could see bringing in the Declaration. I like Linvala here because they seem like they're going back and forth. A lot of the creatures are trading, and that card just gives him an extra edge on the matchup. So he has 2 flyers. He has more things against Copter.
Yeah.
I don't think he brings in Fragmentize.
Probably not. It's still pretty narrow.
Yeah, I think Fumigate, Deck and Stone, and probably Linvala.
Yeah.
Those seem all fine decisions to bring in. I'm not sure what he wants to cut. What can he cut?
Yeah, I'm
down
not
on
sure.
here?
Maybe Thraben Inspectors. It's a good early blocker, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he just shaves a little bit on this top end. For Gideon, for Archangel, like
Yeah,
he
I
won't
think
need
he-
all that to win. I think he just need 1 or 2 threats to protect.
I agree with that. And let's look at Brian's sideboard. He probably wants to bring in the Galvanic Bombardment.
Yeah,
seems
definitely
pretty
to deal
decent
all these
against his
little
deck.
guys.
Get rid of Rattle Chains and stuff like that. Probably Sky Whaler Shot. That seems really
Definitely
strong.
for Avacyn.
Like
Yeah.
that card's very good. Let's see what else.
That's probably it because like
that's
Gideon's
it,
so
yeah.
bad against the flash creatures.
Yeah, I agree with that. And all his creatures have flying too,
Exactly,
so
it's
they
hard
kind of
for him
go
to-
over the top of the Planeswalker.
Yep.
Not a lot going on with these sideboards against each other. Not a ton of cards.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 to 4 cards are going to be coming in.
Yeah.
That's it, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I had actually initially given Bryant the nod here, but after we see that play out, like if
Avacyn's
Gary can,
very strong
if
against
Gary
them.
can get to like turn 4, turn 5, and play his bigger things,
Yeah.
I think that he's
He's definitely
thoroughly advantaged.
agreed.
But yeah, just waiting for them to sideboard and get back to the action. What decks are you liking in the standard?
I really like the red-black Madness deck. It's more of my style of deck.
The one that plays like Voldaren Pariah, that one?
Yes,
Okay, yeah,
I
we saw that
love
on camera.
Voldaren Pariah.
That deck is sweet.
That
for sure.
card is super powerful.
It's awesome, yeah.
It's super
Against
powerful.
decks like this, it's just such a blowout.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yep. Against the decks that don't make a lot of tokens, and there's not really too much tokens going around right now.
Not too many, no.
No. There's a reason why they call it the Black Avacyn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That card is awesome.
I'm very happy about that.
And it's like it reads like a legend, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's not a legend. I just played
Yeah,
the
it's
second
like,
one. Yeah.
whoa. Yeah, I just like, I don't know, I like the recursion. It seems really good against control. Oh, here we go.
Yep. Looks like they probably both kept 7, and
Yep.
Brian just leads off with Mountain Go.
Nobody had a turn
Oh man,
one
no
play.
turn 2 play. So
Yeah,
Brian
no
did bring
turn
in
2.
Gideons, surprisingly.
Okay.
I don't feel like they're great against the Avacyn deck, but
Maybe, yeah, it doesn't seem great. Like I said, a lot of flyers in the deck. Maybe he feels like I said they're trading a lot of things going on.
Yeah, and
just generating a bunch of tokens.
having it on the play is great too. On the draw, I guess maybe he cuts them again.
Yep, that makes sense. You got
So
a
we just got Copter for 2. Yeah, all right, I mean, Gideon here is going to be great.
Yeah, I
As-
agree. I agree.
You know, it can get knocked down a little bit by the Copter. Oh, we're just actually
Okay.
going to go full
This
aggro.
seems really strong.
I mean,
This is 6 damage?
9, right?
Oh,
because he.
yeah, you're right.
It's
Nope,
9
you're,
right there.
You're totally right.
Okay, and now the Gideon the next turn can actually just be used to crew.
Yeah.
So that's actually a really solid play.
Wow.
I didn't see him draw the fleet wheel, so yeah.
Super aggressive. I mean, it's weird. I mean, he didn't have a 2-drop, which is a little weird to me. But this seems really strong right now.
Oh, he did bring in
Fragmentize.
Fragmentize.
Okay.
All right, he had the read on the couriers, I guess. And then the Thraben to
Raven
now.
Inspector. A little late, not turn 1, which we wanted it to be, but this is fine.
Yeah, but now he gets to activate that Copter.
Looting and polluting.
Yep, and if there's no 2-mana flash play, I like with how this deck just can kind of use its mana every turn. Now, if there's not a Rattle Chains, he can crack its Clue. And
Right. Yep. Gideon not really good here. We have
Yeah.
a Smuggler's Copter. Smuggler's Copter great against Planeswalkers. Great.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's get in some more damage here. Why not?
See if he
we
activates the ability. Oh, wow, and bless the
Oh,
Lions.
bless the
Man, Gary
Lions.
with all the
Wow.
answers today.
Jeez.
I didn't see that one coming.
Jeez. All the answers.
Yeah. I don't want to call him too early, but I feel like Brian's going to have a tough time
Yeah.
coming back from this.
Yep. Yeah, what can you do? You can't really do much against that. You're not playing counters. It looked like he has a harness.
I think he has
Harness
2
Lightning?
Harness Lightnings.
Okay.
So
he
Gideon,
just
you know,
wants to jam Gideon here. Seems fine unless he gets rid of the token and jams with both.
yeah, I
And
mean,
then
if
he
somehow
kills
the
Gideon,
token,
this is
yeah, if the token gets dealt with here,
This is very bad if
That
he
would be a
does.
nightmare. There is a Deck and Stone in hand, but there's not another creature to crew.
It looked like Deck and Stone, 2 mana, and an Avacyn. Is
Oh,
that
wow.
right?
Yeah, it is an Avacyn. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Avacyn's
that'll do
really,
it.
Really good here.
Yeah, Bryant can deal with it, but it'll take both of his Harness Lightnings.
Right.
And when you're far behind, like when you're starting to fall behind, it's just going to be a lot of resources to expend.
Screw this up. Let's probably attack Gideon here. Draw. Discard a land, right?
Yep, looks like
This
it.
looks like he has 2 lands in there. He can get rid of one. He'll still have another one for Avacyn.
Yeah, even has a Selfless Spirit to follow up after the Avacyn.
That was the draw. Bryant does look a little worried here.
Yeah, I mean, now especially that it's on his radar. When you see the 5 mana, he knows what's up here.
Yep. Usually when you're playing Avacyn, you're usually playing somewhere between 3 and 4,
Yeah.
so... And, you know, see what happens.
Yep, so now...
Bring him in.
Yeah, Avacyn probably just gains 5, but I guess eating the ally would also be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably just
I
eats
think
the
he
ally,
just
actually.
eats the ally.
Yeah,
and
'cause in
then
the next turn that's
next
gonna
turn
die.
he'll just kill Gideon. At least that's what he's assuming because...
Oh no, but he does get to take it down with double harnessed. Unless he drew the Skywheeler shot. He does have a white card, but I think it's Deck and Stone.
I don't know. You can't really play around against two harness, I guess. You can expect 1, right?
Yeah.
But 2...
And even if Brian does that, the Gideon is still dead the next turn because he's basically tapping out and then Copter will finish it off.
Right. Yep.
Oh wow, he lets it happen. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
But he does opt to just absorb 5 because his life total is relatively low. Now we're going to Deck and Stone the Avacyn.
Okay. Seems really strong here.
Okay, I guess I like that play.
Yeah, that's why I guess he brought in Gideon, like you said, it's better on the play.
Yeah.
But like
It
I
is
was
still
saying
gonna die
before,
here,
it's a lot of back and forth. They're trading 1-for-1s. They have similar removal.
Oh
Not
no, I
the same.
totally missed it. Now we're set up perfectly because he can just harness lightning the Copter. So that's perfect. I missed that he had Deck and Stone because yeah, that just works out
I
a lot
didn't
better.
see that either. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually a
Selfless
nice.
Spirit. This is
That
smart.
will-
This is smart that he's playing it before
It's
he makes it a creature, so
definitely
he
a
plays
very-
around the harness force.
Yeah, very very good.
Harness lightning, I mean.
Yep, good sequencing there.
Yeah, very good sequencing. Brian's like, yep, that's a card.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting in here. We might get in with the Thraben Inspector too because he didn't. Oh, no.
Probably just hold it back to chump the ally. So now, yeah, he'll harness basically just to force the sack.
Right.
And then bank 3 energy for later,
Yep.
if he remembers. I don't think he can miss that.
I'm not sure. I don't think so either.
Maybe he still put the 3 damage on it. Who knows?
Sacking the clue. Seeing what we can get out of here.
I think he can just go.
Another Selfless Spirit,
Yeah.
it looked like.
And he has a Copter. His hand is pretty good. Yep.
Yep, seems strong. If you leave Copter there too long, it just sets up your play so much better.
Oh yeah,
you know?
it's
You're
just been so good in
filtering
these
through.
like aggro-ish decks.
Not sure what he drew this turn.
Brian has, I think, 1 Harness Lightning, 1 Gideon, and maybe a Pia.
Okay.
That said, he doesn't have any great sequence here just because
Right.
the Gideon's the most impactful play, but he can't play that here.
Yeah, it just dies.
Yeah, it just does.
Yeah. So maybe
that
he
wasn't
just
due to
he
Pia, you
probably
would-
just plays Pia and leaves up the Harness Lightning. Sounds about right.
Okay, so he's trying to
Baiting.
bait the attack.
Okay.
I do like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's very
That's a good play. And let's see if it was indeed a Pia as his last card other than the Gideon. Maybe. Okay, Toolcraft. So just a 1-1 on this board. And a Reflector Mage. That's pretty good on the token.
Yeah, that seems really solid. Oh, we'll see what we draw first. We're gonna animate this swing.
Yeah, more lands.
Looks like a land. I think we're gonna discard that.
Yeah, just getting to filter through those is just so good in this like mid to late game scenario, though.
Exactly. So he's not top decking it next turn, right? So he doesn't have like a dead draw, which is really nice.
Yep.
I'm gonna bounce a token.
And play the Spirit. So yeah, now we got a nice little Air Force going.
Brian getting Gary down so low, just cannot finish it, you know?
Just can't seem to fit. I mean, it was that Blessed Alliance play.
Yeah, it was big. It was very
blowout.
big.
Yeah, this Toolcraft looking at just a 1/1 no artifacts. I think he just drew a Needle Spires, so.
Okay.
Yeah, Gideon has no good mode here. Like,
Yeah, this is...
an emblem doesn't do anything, a 2/2 doesn't do anything, and plussing does not do anything. So
I feel like he has to play it anyways.
he has to. I mean, I think he has to play it. It at very least absorbs 4 to 5 damage.
Exactly. So it kind of like gains him life, right? Gives him
Gains
extra
4 and gives him
time.
a creature, yeah.
Make the 2/2. If he wants to double block the Reflector Mage, he can. At least he'll be getting rid of the Reflector Mage. Selfless Spirit makes this matchup really weird too because Brian has all this, like burn and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So just makes it really awkward.
Oh, absolutely.
It looks like we're tapping to play Gideon. Oh no,
We're just
guess
getting
we're
in,
gonna
okay.
Animate.
Yeah, I guess that's a consideration. I mean, I don't even hate from Gary's side just blocking with the Reflector Mage and just trading.
Yeah,
that seems like a pretty good trade.
Yeah, I think that's fine too.
I mean, I like this trade from Gary's point. It's just like Stone Rains him or whatever, and it's not like the 2/3 was doing too much here. Like, I guess I could attack, but
Right. The only thing that he has to worry about is the other Needle Spires. He has to make sure he doesn't tap all his creatures or attack with them.
Yep.
And get, he doesn't die
Randomly
to the other
get out
Needle
of
Spires.
the
Yeah.
Winner box number 1, it is Fire. Please go to the side of our stage. Modern winner box number 1, please go to the side of our stage now.
I actually think you crew it with the Selfless Spirit.
I
here.
agree with that statement, yeah.
Unless you drew a creature here.
True.
What's he got? Looks like maybe
not
another
sure.
Copter. All right, well, he's actually just going to get aggro. He's not worried about the
Okay.
Needle Spires. Oh, it's at Linvala. Well,
There you
okay,
go.
there
See,
you go, gain 5.
So
Never
we
mind.
knew Linval was going to come in, so there it is.
And yeah, that looks like probably just game next turn. Yep. Yeah, if Gary's able to stabilize, it was actually surprisingly the Fragmentize, because if that Courier got to stick around,
Right,
I think the game would be
Fragmentize was really
different.
big there.
Yeah, because he was
Definitely.
also able to make 2 plays that turn because it's such a cheap interactive spell.
Right.
But yeah, this deck, just no new cards, basically, even out of the sideboard, it's just 1 Wrath, 2 Fragmentize. A couple of the counter spells are new, but yeah, this deck has 5 cards from the new set. It's all in the sideboard.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, once Collective Company rotates out, you
People of Kaladesh, whether you hail from distant fields or greenbelt towns or from our great city centers, this is your time. The Kaladesh Inventors Fair invites you, our best and brightest, to share your ingenuity with the world. As an official entrant, you may fuel your creativity with unrestricted ether access. Demonstrate that you can channel the ether into bold new creations. Showcase your ideas, your inventions, your genius. In this time when anything is buildable, you can invent your